I'm calling the attention to the governor of Kaduna State to bring it into dialogue with the Nigerian Labour Congress so that they will have the next line of action.
Meanwhile, the law in socio-economic activities continues as a result of the NLC strike. Public power supply shut down, while schools, hospitals, train services, and Kaduna Airport remain closed.
Meanwhile, in a reaction, Governor Ahmed El-Rufai declared the NLC President Tayo Awaba wanted for economic sabotage.
He should report to the nearest police station or report to us. He will be prosecuted for economic sabotage.
Is there any ground for compromise between the two parties?
There is no grounds for compromise. They have used their last ultimate weapon. It will not change anything. We will not change our position. And that's it. Thank you.
We simply say, watch this space. Now, in a reaction, the All Progressive Congress Governors Forum has appealed to all patriotic Nigerians, including the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, to demonstrate more commitment towards engaging governments at all levels to address the problems. The APC Governors Forum Chairman, Governor Abubakar Atiku Bagudu of Kebbi State, in a statement said, this critical point of Nigeria's democratic journey, there cannot be limits to engagement between all governments and citizens, and called for urgent steps to resolve the current face-off between Kaduna State government and the NLC. All right, that's where we are concerning that. Of course, we'll continue to track it with all seriousness. Now, some experts say many shades of outlawry being manifested in different parts of the country point to the relatively easy recruitment of the nation's youth into dangerous and daredevil gangs and criminal organizations. They posit that a massive provision of opportunities for wealth creation could counter the propensity for crime. Honorable Sam Onuigbe of Umuahia North, Umuahia South, and Ikwan of Federal Constituency today joins us on Police Go Update. Thank you for your time. Let's start quickly from there because of, our time here, from the conversations we've said before. You have also been of the school of thought that creating opportunities very quickly will help us out of our youth being ready cannon for violence.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where I've always stood, and that's where I'm standing. Because you have to keep the youths busy in a very productive way. And once people are engaged and they have hope, they have a steady means of livelihood, it will be difficult for the person to wake up in the morning and begin to plan on how to carry gun or how to embark on any strike. So that's perhaps why I have focused, apart from infrastructural development and other things. In the last a little over a year, I have focused on how to empower the youth in my own constituency. I've done several of these. Right now, I'm empowering them on, smallholder farming or agriculture, poultry, and things like that. I've been able to do this, and the success level is unparalleled. In fact, I have done it a number of times, but this last time, once we advertised it, the number of persons that came out, they're in thousands. And even some of them tried to break our office. Because we announce it over the radio, and we also put it online for people to come and pick up the forms free of charge. And then, in return, after screening, which was across board, across party lines, because it's not a question of PDP or APC. Party is not written, hunger does not appear on any particular face. So we make it across border party lines, and the response is huge. And those who received this support in the first phase, you need to come, you need to hear their testimonies. They come home.
So what you're saying is that the Nigerian youth, if he has the avenue, the opportunity, is resilient.
Check yourself and compare the achievements of Nigerian youths, Nigerians across the world. You see our youths all around the world coming out with fantastic grades, serving in some of the exclusive locations in the United States, wherever. And you know that once you give them this opportunity, they always excel. Similarly, if you keep them busy, like I've just narrated, I'm talking of practical, verifiable experience from my standpoint, from my constituency. It's out there. If it's not true, people can counter it. That these people, once they are busy, they are prepared. I mean, why does anybody truly just want trouble for trouble's sake? The answer is no. If people are positively and productively engaged, you see the result is fantastic. And I'm talking of an experience that is verifiable, not an imaginary one.
All right, give us some other options. We were talking of green economy and all that. You have been a champion of, maximizing what we have in the environment and using it prudently for national development and also, self-actualization to a point. Just continue from that last conversation.
Okay. Well, it's an open secret that the experience we have had so far from the devastating impact of climate change is not helping. Last time when I was here, I talked about those who are out of job, maybe from the area of like Chad, the Sahel region and all that. There are some of the youths that have pushed down. And there are some of the youths that have become ready cannon folders for people who want to turn them into murder weapons. And I'm saying that if we focus well on using the initiatives, the actions we are taking in containing the bad impacts of climate change, like through smart agriculture, green economy, renewable energy, where these young people can, through solar energy and all that, get engaged, become productive. There's tremendous chance for us to, while we are talking about the problems, the negative side of climate change, then we also have the other positive side where we can, through green economy, grow these young ones, grow the economy, and still have the environment intact. So that's precisely where we're going. And I'm happy to bring in at this point the efforts we're making in the House. And I want to use this opportunity and commend the Minister of Justice and also the Minister of Environment. They are working together with me under the instruction and directive of Mr. Speaker, Femi Gbajabiamila, for us to be able to work on the climate change bill and get it out as soon as possible, have it passed, and by the grace of God, get a presidential assent so that the positive sides of climate change, our fight against it, mitigation, adaptation, and all that are capable of helping young people get busy, we can benefit from those ones.
And what has been the response like, especially from perhaps your youth and all that, in terms of, helping to make some of these dreams come true, not just on paper? There's a difference between concept and actuality.
Well, I would not be repeating myself because it's important for us to say this over and over again. Go and do a little study about the people who are now focusing on how to use solar energy, renewable energy. It's creating fantastic employment, saving the environment, and increasing production in so many areas. You see what is going on. You can check what the Moroccans have done as far as solar energy is concerned. Check even what they are doing now in the United States, what President Biden is doing to create employment through that angle. So for us from Nigeria, we need to key in, and speedily too, so that we are not left behind. Because you find that countries like, the European Union, they've given a date when they will start using fossil fuel. Chinese have done that. A lot of them are moving towards, electric cars and all that. So we need to key in speedily. And what I'm saying is that from what we have seen and what we have read in these other countries, they are using the fight or how to contain, the negative impact of climate change, how they are containing it. They've used it now to create employment and to get people, working while they're preparing on how to reduce greenhouse gas emissions that comes through fossil fuel. So we need to be careful, because if we don't do it quickly, you discover we have our fuel and we have no one to buy it.
All right, let's, before we come for our final words, let's quickly take this one. Religious leaders are lending their voices to the call for national peace, reconciliation, and unity. Islamic scholar Sheikh Ahmed Gumi and his Christian counterpart, Pastor Yohana Buru, made that commitment in Kaduna.
My Bible tells me, come, let us reason together. Let's reconcile. Make peace with all men at all costs. With holiness, we see God. Blessed are the peacemakers. Peace is our watchword. Peace is what we want in Nigeria. If negotiating on dialogue table will bring the solution to us, let's go.
We are all Nigerians. We should stop hostilities and see it go between men. Men of consciousness go in between and resolve this matter. It's resolvable. It's achievable.
Final what, you see, you've traced a bit of our problems also, to the issue of climate change, which you have said, issues of, depletion, desert encroachment and all that. So how do we begin to fight this, especially since we are seeing so much in terms of strife, farmer headers, movement, migrations and all that. How do we, give us in a few short words what to do?
Oh, well, what to do? One, I've talked about the bill and for us to have a law and be able to attract investment, And I've also talked about people being on board, coming on board, having young people right from primary school, secondary school, for them to be very conscious of the environment, to know that there are things you do that are irreversible. So that we also have to do as a people. But the other one is for people to be conscious of the fact that we're not talking about climate change firing warning shots. You saw the Ayetoro, you showed it on television the other day. Those are impacts of climate change. You can see how devastated the area is. It's like that in some other areas, around the south, where canoe fishermen can no longer fish. We've talked about what is happening within the Sahel region. We're talking about the drying up of Lake Chad and how ordinary people who depended on those areas to do farming, animal husbandry, and all that, how they don't have job now and they're pushing that. So all hands must be on deck. Tree planting where you have to plant. You don't have to fell a tree and then fail to replace. And then discourage people from, the unnecessary use of firewood by providing maybe gas and clean cook stoves so that we protect the environment and also protect the health of those
and also the ripple effect of insecurity in past as well. We've had Honorable Simon Oigbo, always a pleasure to have you, giving us non-combat options to fighting insecurity. And earlier, of course, we had the Commissioner of Voter Education and of Information from INEC, Mr. Festus Okoye, on the issues of arson and attacks on the INEC facilities, as well as you also being on the program, not to forgetting the face-off between NLC and the Kaduna State government. My name is Fisayo Ogunfi. Thanking you for staying tuned. All the best. Enjoy the rest of your week on the Nigerian Television Authority, where we give you the very best of news, reviews, previews, and interviews. Bye-bye now.